What are some practical applications for chemistry in the field of geology?
Geology. We were just having an experiment I think it was yesterday.
How convenient.
Where we had a bunch of minerals and we took a look at the radioactivity. So nuclear chemistry, radioactivity has to do with nuclear chemistry. And so we're looking at the radioactive activity of various forms. And believe it or not, there's radioactivity here in this room. And believe it or not, you and I are made of, in part, radioactive materials. So it's not necessarily something to be afraid of, but it's something to be considered. And so you can take a look at, for instance, radioactivity of different substances. You can take a look at what elements minerals are made of and why. And we can take a look at, for instance, diamonds. And people generally know that diamonds are really hard things, and we can figure out why they're hard, and it actually ends up being because of the way they're packed in really close to each other, and so they form really strong, what are referred to as bonds. And so geology absolutely is affected by chemistry, or perhaps you could say chemistry is affected by biology, and you can gain a little bit more insight in that respect.
I see. Here's our third question.
Would you say that a person's chemical makeup would be the reason why a person turns into a drug addict or alcoholic?
There's a lot of research. Yeah, a lot of research on that, and that's a growing field of study, no question. Is someone destined, or does someone have some kind of chemical predisposition to be, for instance, a drug addict, or to be a murderer, or just generally to be a not so pleasant person, or on the other hand, to be a really good person? And that's more the field of biochemistry, and so that's being studied a lot. But there's growing research that suggests that yes, their genetic makeup, and genetics are, the genes are made of chemicals, influences the way a person reacts, or in other words, the way a person behaves. And so that has been used in courts of law, that actually people have genetic predisposition to act one way, to tend to act one way or another.
I see. Dr. Tomooka, thank you for spending so much time with us.
You're welcome.
Please join us next time on Meeting with a Faculty as we assist students in their choice of classes by introducing faculty teaching styles and personalities. Until then, peace out and take care of yourselves.